There really is a whole lot more that we could do with classes, and we're probably going to do a little bit more later on. But right now, what I want to do is I want to focus on some skills that we could definitely use for graphical user interface creation. The Visual.net libraries allow us to create graphicals on it very, very easily. We're going to make it very hard the first time around because we're going to learn how Visual C# creates a graphical interface. So the very first program that we create using a graphical interface is going to be really simple, and it's going to be incredibly overly complicated. But the next time that we do a graphical program, it's not going to be so hard at all. But since this is aimed towards the person that would like to learn the language, this is the way that we're going to do it. So strap on your safety harness, put on your bicycle helmet, grab yourself a cold Coca-Cola Classic. A bag of potato chips wouldn't hurt. And let's code. Let's code. So now that we have our IDE here, we'll do File, New Project, and we're going to do an empty project, and we're going to call this BasicGUI, and we'll do a Hello World. Why not? Why not? This will be fun. Do OK. Perfect. So now we have nothing. We're starting with nothing but a project. Nothing at all. Right-click. Add. New item. Code file. And we'll just call this main.cs again. Excellent. And now, I'm going to move this over a little bit. Now what we're going to do is we'll right-click. Add. New item. And this one's going to be a Windows form, and we'll just call it Form 1. Cool. Look at all this. Look at these references that are being added. You can see how I have my little hourglass because a whole lot of code was just generated for me. And that's what made this little box right here, this little Windows form. Now this Windows form doesn't come equipped with code right off the bat. If I double click on this, watch what'll happen. Now we created this BasicGUI Hello World namespace right here. And here's all these other functions that are associated with it. And here I have my main.cs. So how do I make this appear? If I do like the debug and then start without debugging, I should, yes, I'm going to get an error because there's no main function anywhere. So I'm going to double click back here on form1.cs. Actually, it's the little tab right here, form1.cs. And inside of here, we're going to make a main method. So I'm going to come where it says public partial class form1. Right above this public form1 initialized components, we're going to do a public static void main function. And now if I do a control F5, the program should execute. Yes. The program executes, but it just comes up with this console box and nothing happens because this main function doesn't tell it to do anything. So let's make the window pop up. So we'll do application dot enable visual styles. There's the first command that we're going to have. Then we're going to have application dot set compatible text rendering default pop, and we'll do false for this. Oops. So we're going to set it the Boolean expression false. And let's make this over here a little bit. There we go. Then we'll do application dot run, and this is going to be a new form1 function. So now watch. Control F5. The console window pops up, but on top of that, we have this little Windows form that we can expand, we could bring down, we could minimize, and we could maximize, close it, and then the program will end. So catch yourself up to this point, and then we're going to come back, and then we're going to add some things to this Windows dialog box.